Hi guys, today I'll be talking about designer fragrances that I think are fantastic to use this summertime. This video was actually suggested by one of you guys. So yeah, if you are watching, here is your requested video. These are my top designer perfume recommendations this summer. Starting off with a banger. I recently purchased this perfume as I was blown away when I tested it in the mall last week. Basically, it was haunting me, so I had to purchase online. This is Loewe, a Sutileza Elixir. Guys, all I can say is that this is one of the best releases this year. Like, same level as Pure Musc Blanc for Her by Narciso Rodriguez. Anyway, Loewe Sutileza Elixir has bergamot, lemon, pear, orange blossom, magnolia, jasmine, musk, vetiver, and sandalwood. I absolutely get all those notes listed, especially the juicy pear in the opening. As this perfume dries down, the florals speak through it. And I'm talking about very light and gentle jasmine and orange blossom. It has a strong, clean, woody, musky base that I absolutely enjoy. This was love at first sniff for me. I'm actually wondering how come I didn't purchase it on the first day. I think I was in a hurry, but I couldn't get it out of my mind since then. So yeah, I purchased it online. Apparently, this is a flanker of Loewe Sutileza. So I tried that perfume in store, and yes, they smell the same, but I prefer the Sutileza Elixir more. I find this perfume to be more uplifting. I feel like the pear is juicier in here as well. As a matter of fact, this is my current scent of the day, guys, and I'm just loving how it smells like. Actually, I can also describe it as if Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche and Tilia by Marc-Antoine Barrois had a baby. In store, I was more reminded of Tilia, but now that I've worn it several times, I think I'm more reminded of Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche. I won't say that it's redundant to own both, but since I don't have Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche, guys, I am very happy owning Loewe Sutileza Elixir. This, I will say, is my number 2 favorite designer perfume release this year. It smells very classy and modern. I highly recommend it if the sound of a light and airy white florals meets clean smelling musk and vetiver sounds appealing to you. The juicy pear in here, I think, gave it like a different kick as well. I absolutely love it. Highly recommend you checking it out in your nearest Sephora or like perfume shop. Once again, Loewe Sutileza Elixir. I find this fragrance to be unisex, however, slightly leaning more feminine. When it comes to performance, I will say as of now, it lasted me around 4 to 6 hours with moderate projection. All right, next up is Tender Light by Estee Lauder. Guys, this is one of the most beautiful tea scent from the designer's market. It only has 3 notes listed. It has Chinese tea, bergamot, and iris, and basically that's how it smells like. The iris in here gave this fragrance that slight powdery vegetal texture that I'm enjoying a lot. The tea and the bergamot, of course, gave it that fresh, uplifting nuance. I love how relaxing and put together it makes me feel. This is something that is quite underrated as well, in my opinion, and I don't know why, because it smells really, really good. Projection, though, I will say, is quite soft. Lasted me around 4 to 5 hours. If the sound of a relaxing lemon tea with a slightly vegetal powdery iris sounds appealing to you, then I highly recommend you checking out Tender Light by Estee Lauder. Such a pretty, sophisticated scent that works very well when it's hot and humid outside, extremely likable and wearable. I can imagine someone wearing Tenderlight as a signature scent, by the way. However, in my opinion, it works best when it is hot and humid outside, as it is something that will make you instantly fresh, clean, and put together all at once. Once again, Tender Light by Estee Lauder, and I find this fragrance to be feminine leaning. All right, next up is such an OG, Paco Rabanne's Olympea. Olympea introduced me to salty vanilla scents, and until now, I still wear it from time to time. I love how thick and full bodied the vanilla is done in here. It is very designer like. However, the twist of the salt and ginger gave this fragrance that special factor. Even though it smells very designer like, it still stand out because of that salt and ginger combo, as it gave contrast to the strong, thick vanilla in here. This fragrance works very well when it's hot and humid outside. I feel like the more you sweat, the more it lingers beautifully in the air. I love this perfume so much. This is a kind of perfume that I find very likable until now, and I highly recommend it. It lasts on me whole day without needing to overspray, and I find this fragrance to be feminine leaning. Once again, Olympea by Paco Rabanne, if the sound of a salty vanilla summer scent sound appealing to you. Now, if you're looking for a unique, fresh summer scent from the designer's market, then I highly recommend you checking out Jardin Cythere. This perfume is inspired by Greece. It's like sitting under lemon and olive trees, and basically that's how it smells like. It smells green and citrusy. However, it has that underlying olive oil, I don't know, texture that makes it so unique. The pistachio that they use in here is very nutty and very unique. It's not the same as the nutty sweet pistachios that we get in other fragrances. The pistachio that I get from here smells like a real pistachio, you know, including like the first layer after the shell. To me, it smells like Greece, and I absolutely love it. I think I featured this fragrance as the best perfume release of 2024, I think, from the designer's market. And yeah, it is truly special, and I highly recommend to you if you're looking for a unique summer freshie to buy from the designer's market. Once again, Jardin Cythere by Hermes. These only last around 4 to 6 hours with moderate projection. All right, next up is my number one perfume discovery from the designer's market this year, Pure Musc Blanc for Her by Narciso Rodriguez. I have used this fragrance several times this summertime, to the point that I'm scared to see like a big dent out of this perfume. I'm gonna consider this fragrance as a fresh, aldehydic, soft florals, and sensual musk combo. It is a fragrance that I will imagine on someone wearing like a full white linen outfit. It is so beautiful. It is a simple yet very impactful kind of scent. I absolutely love it. I talked about this perfume several times in my channel as well, so you're probably sick of me talking about it. So it starts off with a very strong aldehyde. So having said that, very fresh laundry vibes. However, as it dries down, the soft florals and sensual musk of Narciso Rodriguez becomes like the star of the show. The final dry down of this perfume is extremely similar to the discontinued Narciso Rodriguez White Cube. If you're missing out on that discontinued fragrance, I highly recommend you checking out Pure Musc Blanc for Her. I find this perfume as well to be very, very similar to Carolina Herrera's Cedar Cheek, to the point that, in my opinion, Pure Musc Blanc for Her is actually better. I have tried both fragrances when I was in duty free last February, and I actually ended up purchasing Pure Musc Blanc for her. Performance of this perfume is outstanding. It lasted me around 6 to 8 hours, and it even stays longer on clothes. Projection wise, I would say strong for the first 2 hours until it becomes moderate. I highly recommend this fragrance if you love sensual musk, or let's just say if you love that signature Narciso Rodriguez sensual musk. Once again, Pure Musk Blanc for her by Narciso Rodriguez, and I find this fragrance to be very feminine leaning. All right, and last but not the least is something that I will recommend if you are looking for a sexy summer scent. An oldie but a goodie, the only one intense by Dolce and Gabbana. Like, what can I say? This was hyped several years ago for a reason. This is a creamy and luxurious smelling florals that I absolutely love. Jasmine and orange blossom are the main notes that I am getting out of this fragrance, and they smell very creamy. It is contrasted by the greenness of neroli that balance out the creamy floral factor. It is something that I will highly recommend if you're looking for a summer date night scent, or let's just say you're going on a summer vacation and you want to smell like creamy and luxurious floral vanilla. Yeah, I highly recommend you checking out The Only One Intense by Dolce and Gabbana. This is a very impactful scent, in my opinion, very sexy and sensual, and it's not indolic at all, as the creamy florals are contrasted by the green apple and neroli. And yeah, I highly, highly recommend The Only One Intense by Dolce and Gabbana. Performance wise, it lasted me around 4 to 7 hours with moderate projection. I find this fragrance very feminine leaning. So that is the video for today, guys. Those are my summer perfume recommendations from the designer market. Now, I would love to know if you want to add any perfume under this category, and if you haven't watched my niche and affordable versions, I'm gonna pop them on the screen. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, guys, and see you on my next one. Bye.